Islands with Jess Lujan.
Political self-determination is our subject tonight with Speaker Judy Wampat. The petition. We talked about, of course, the folks who have some interest, land interest, basically in the Ritidan area. That hasn't changed as of late. An ancient Chamorro village has been found over there, and yes. I don't think at this point that Fish and Wildlife, because I mean they're not done with their findings, that they would just say, okay, let's turn it over. I mean, I don't think we want to as well, not at this point, knowing that these are our ancestors and this is something newly discovered.
Yes, and you know, today with the final SEIS review, definitely there was that one-liner that basically said that an MOU would have to be, you know, they have to continue to work at it. So the question we asked is that, well, 30 days to do this for the rot to come out. Do you feel confident enough that you'll be able to do this in 30 days? And, you know, the response was that, yes, they feel that, you know, they do. However, they did not fail to mention that the Fish and Wildlife were very adamant. They're just saying they don't want to move. They don't want to open, you know, the areas, of course, you know, to where the live firing range is going to be at. So they're taking that position. So if they're taking that position, what else is going on?
And that's my question, because if they're confident, if they have the confidence that this will move forward, obviously something had given them that confidence. It's not Fish and Wildlife that's there. It's not the petition. There's something else that's telling them. I mean, because when we talk about a one Guam, I don't know if really we are one at this point. Maybe we are J-U-A-N, Guam, not necessarily O-N-E, Guam. But again, if we're speaking, if we're not united as one, if our delegate is not in concert with the legislature and the governor's office and the people of Guam, and we are divided, you continue with the divide and conquer. And I don't know if you're far from making a decision, but yet somebody with confidence, an admiral at this point, that says, we're confident in 30 days that we're going to get a record, that we're going to come up with a record of decision, then something had given them that confidence. And it goes back again to the political self-determination that we haven't had.
And I also think it is where, you know, of course they tell us this continually, is that, you know, we, yes, have been listening. And because we're listening now, we're making the changes. We went through, Guam went through really a hard time because they came out strong, hard, big, you know, and it kind of just scared everybody. And then they realized their mistake, and then now they're starting to downsize it. So, you know, and the pushback from Congress as well. So I think is that thinking that, you know, we continue to tell our people that, then, you know, what is going to happen? Everybody's going to finally say, okay, I guess so, since they all agreed that there is really this one, you know, voice, one Guam. And I know there are 4 pillars. However, I remember that the time when Robert Work brought that up, the legislature brought up the 5th pillar, never ever forgetting that there are these unresolved issues that really doesn't mean we're going to roll over now because of these 4 pillars and forget, you know, our people. You see, forget the 5th pillar, because that will always be there.
There are unresolved issues, and if you want to move over to the next chapter, you have to close the book of the previous chapter that you haven't closed. And we still have a lot of open books.
Absolutely, I agree. And you know what's really disturbing for me, really, when I think about this, because you know I work a lot with the other islands throughout Micronesia, or through the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures, and to tell you the truth, the way I see their political status is that, and sometimes people say, oh, well, yeah, not really, because they're not as advanced as we are. But let me tell you, politically, geopolitically, socioeconomic, and politically, these guys have more powers, more rights than we do. Even the tiniest independent, you know, state there of FSM has more rights than we do.
Well, a good example.
With the United States.
A good example, if anything is going to happen, going to take place in their particular island nations, they're at the table of decision.
Exactly.